Your cruise ship is docked in Amsterdam. You only have a few hours. What can you see on foot starting at the cruise terminal? Let me show you what I managed on my first visit to the city. It's 8:20 in the morning here, and we've arrived in Amsterdam. I'm just out on deck at the moment, having a quick look round to see what we can see here. And you might be able to see behind me the terminal building and a tall ship moored up. The weather's pretty overcast and quite dull, so let's see what we can photograph today. I actually don't dislike the weather because it means I can do quite a few things with the sky in post-production to keep the detail in there. So it should be interesting, and please come with me to Amsterdam. I finally managed to get off the ship. Had a bit of trouble getting off. My boarding card wasn't valid, then went back to reception, up 3 flights to get it revalidated, then came down and it said I was disembarking. I had to go back to reception, came back down 3 flights, and still it said the same. This time they've logged me out on a bit of paper, so kind of hoping they're going to let me back on board once I finish taking photos around Amsterdam. Anyway, I'm on my way now. Walking past the station, the first place you will probably want to visit are Amsterdam's famous canals. There are plenty of photo opportunities along the canals. Look out for boats, reflections, bridges, and for bikes. The most historic canals are in the De Wallen area. This is also Amsterdam's famous red light district, where you can find sex-themed museums, which open later in the day. I have only been in the area during daytime visits, but apparently the area comes alive at night with strip clubs, sex shows, and barely dressed prostitutes in the windows. If you're on a cruise ship, you're unlikely to see this. The area is apparently generally safe and is patrolled by police at night. 2 warnings though. As in most crowded tourist areas, pickpockets are at work, and secondly, if you are a photographer, it's strictly forbidden to photograph or video the girls. So I've been wandering around Amsterdam a little bit, and I've managed to capture a few images of the canals. I've paused here at the end of one of the canals to create a training video for my YouTube feed, and that'll be appearing on here shortly. You can see behind me there's various boats along the canal. I'm going to carry on wandering around, looking for the main square next, and then hopefully on to find Anne Frank House. Dam Square gets its name because it's the location of the original dam on the Amstel River, and from this we get the name Amsterdam. Dam Square is about 200 metres by 100 metres in size. On the west side of the square is the Royal Palace. The building dates from 1655 and was constructed as a city hall. In 1808 it became a royal residence. Today it's used for state visits and official functions. Opposite the palace is the National Monument to the victims of the Second World War. There are plenty of opportunities for photography around the square, and visitor attractions such as Madame Tussauds and the nearby Magna Plaza shopping centre. One of the most popular attractions in Amsterdam is the Anne Frank House. This is where Anne and her family hid for over 2 years when Amsterdam was under Nazi occupation during the Second World War. Anne Frank was a young Jewish girl who kept a diary, an account of her life while in hiding in cramped conditions with her parents, sister, and 4 other Jewish people. They were discovered on the 4th of August 1944 and then imprisoned in a concentration camp. Anne Frank died in Bergen-Belsen in March 1945, just months before the end of the war. Of the 8 people hiding in the annex, only Otto, Anne's father, survived. I'm on my way back to the boat now, seeing quite a lot of wonderful places here in Amsterdam, photographed quite a bit. A final stop on the way back to the boat is this place, which just seems to be nothing but bikes parked near the station. I'll turn the camera around and show you that. 360 degrees all the way around. It's just a complete sea of bicycles parked up here. Cycling is big in Amsterdam, and although I haven't tried it, I believe it's a great way to get around the city. There are approximately 881,000 bikes in the city. That's more bikes than residents. Over half of Amsterdam's residents cycle every day. There's a big network of cycle lanes, about 515 kilometres of them. The cycle lanes are usually painted red and marked with a bicycle symbol. Bikes can be hired from the bike shops, or you can download and use bike sharing apps. I understand the cost for a bike hire for about half a day is around €16. If you found this video interesting, please subscribe to the channel so you won't miss future videos. The next travel log will be from Cherbourg, but before that, I'll share with you a video filmed during this visit to Amsterdam. It's all about repetition in your photography. So until then, keep making great photos. Bye for now.